Everybody find a seat. All right, good. Thank you very much. Everybody find a seat. This is going to be the collaboration session, collaboration tools. If you're looking for infrastructure, go next door. I guess we don't have to worry about the energy level. It seems pretty good. That's great. All right, so this is the final session of the day. And it is about collaboration tools. A lot of exciting things going on here, a lot of interesting companies. Once again, we have 4 companies we're going to showcase, plus a graduate of last year's program, who I think you'll be interested in hearing as well. We have 3 judges once again. 2 of the 3 are making a surprise appearance here, a little bit of a last-minute switch. And I won't say which of the previous judges we had lined up are which, but one of them was involved in some acquisition and merger discussions. The other one decided to find another job. So I won't say which one's which. You'll probably figure that out later when the news arrives. But because of that, I want to make sure we do give enough time for our judges to introduce themselves. So why don't we start from right and work our way to the left? Go right ahead.
Sure. So briefly, Andy Lee, I'm with Battery Ventures. I think Sunil, maybe in the last panel, they've done an introduction on batteries, so I'll skip that. I've got to focus on enterprise software and infrastructure. I've been with Battery for about a year as a principal, and I spent about 4 or 5 years at VMware before that, directing corporate development and strategy, and did a number of deals and investments. I think that maybe the most relevant one to this panel would be the acquisition of Zimbra on the messaging collaboration side from Yahoo.
Terrific. Chris.
Hey there, everyone. My name's Chris Muller. I'm a product marketer at Salesforce. I'm turning into a long-timer at the company. Been with them for about 5 or so years, formerly on the sales side, and now I look after our collaboration product called Chatter.
All right.
I'm Chris Moras. I'm with Jive Software. We're in the social business software space. I've been with Jive for about 4 years, have run their products organization, and now run business development.
Okay, so you know who our judges are. Let's get to meet our guests who are going to tell us about their companies. First up is going to be Pete Curley. He's going to talk about HipChat. Here you go, Pete.
Hey, thanks.
That's yours.
All right, hey everyone. My name's Pete Curley. I'm one of the founders and the designer for HipChat. I'm giving everyone that heads up just in case we get into a deep technology discussion. I may not be able to answer all your questions, but I am really good at lying, so we might be able to get through it. All right, so what is HipChat? So HipChat, we make private instant messaging services for companies, for all the employees to chat internally with each other. Now you might be thinking, there are dozens of other instant messaging solutions out there, so why do we need another one, right? Surely one of these, and I'm sure you know of more than the ones that are on here, can help a company to chat and collaborate. And I'll tell you a little story. A few years ago, I used to work at Plaxo, and we used AIM for all of our collaboration. And so when I joined the company, I had to go and create a new screen name. I was Plaxo Pete. And then I went around to 50 of the other employees, gave them my screen names, got their screen names in return, and added them to my buddy list. And then as the company grows, you're doing this daily, weekly, whatever, curating this buddy list of people in the company, and it's a huge pain. So Plaxo got acquired by Comcast, and I'm like, this is going to be awesome because we're going to be able to see what a company with tons of money has, like Comcast. I bet they have a really great solution. We went there, they were using AIM. So clearly a problem that companies both large and small were having. So the screen name exchange that I just explained to you is only one of the problems that we were seeing with solutions like AIM and other public networks. There are no admin controls to decide who joins the company, when they leave, or what those people can do. Most of them aren't encrypted with SSL, which means anyone that's in the Wi-Fi network of your company can sniff the traffic and view the IMs going back and forth. I'm sure a lot of you that use those other programs are now kind of wondering what's going on at your offices, because we used to do that. And they also don't have persistent group chat. And for those of you not using persistent group chat, it is by far the best collaboration tool. I'll get more into that later, but those were the things that we were really missing from those other solutions. There are other things like they don't save your chat and file history. The file chancers don't work all the time. They're covered in advertisements. They don't run on everything, and they don't work with any of the other software, especially new cloud software that other programs are using. So you're probably thinking, there's got to be some enterprise alternatives, right? And there are. The only problem is they don't care about selling to small and medium businesses because you can't pay them enough money to make it worth it for their salespeople to sell to you. You also have to get a real server, put it behind your firewall, and have employees that just run that one server. So it's cost prohibitive for most small and medium businesses. So how is HipChat different? We wanted to take the best things from those consumer services, like the fact that you could sign up in just a few seconds, and that it was hosted somewhere else. You didn't have to think about it, and give companies the admin and collaboration tools that they need for the employees to work better together. And so from the admin and infrastructure side, it's hosted all in the cloud. Admins control who can join, what they can see, who they can IM, all of that stuff. We use SSL encryption across the board, so no one can view any of the other data that's going back and forth. The pricing is pay-as-you-go, 30-day free trial, no contracts, all that good stuff, and you can get set up and chatting in just a few minutes. For world-class collaboration, I don't know why I said that, it sounds pretty over the top, but HipChat runs on just about everything. I'll show you more about that later. But there's drag and drop file sharing. You can search all the chats and files that anyone has shared with you at any time. We have APIs that integrate with other services you use. I'll show you more about that. And then persistent group chat rooms for departments and projects. So I don't know if you guys will actually be able to see it, but here's an example of a group chat that we had for an actual conversation at HipChat. And you can see I dragged in a file, the top one there, and we see in the live image preview. And then we did a quick back and forth of the feature changes we wanted to make. And then you can see down here, it's integrated with GitHub. So when Garrett pushed the code live, GitHub shot the message back into the room. So all of the developers and everyone working on it could see the work as it was happening going through. And you can imagine how long that would take. If you're doing this by email, especially if people at your company are bad at email, this could take days to figure all this stuff out. So I'll show you all the stuff that HipChat runs on. We have a desktop app that runs on Windows, Mac, and Linux. We have a web app that runs on all modern browsers and Android, although a native Android app is coming soon. We also have native apps for iPhone and iPad with push notifications and all that good stuff. And the other thing, we just recently opened up XMPP access, so if you have any clients that use Jabber, like ADM, Pigeon, iChat, it works on all of that stuff too. We also integrate with all of these other programs so that if someone checks in code, reports a bug, or someone pushes something to your blog, that can go into any of the group chat rooms that you have so everyone can know about it. So how much does HipChat cost? We have a bunch of tiered plans and all that stuff, but it basically comes out to be about $1 per user per month for small teams. We want to keep it cheap for small guys. And then if you have over 100 people, it's $3 per user per month. And why will HipChat win? Basically, every company is using something for instant messaging, and most of it is terrible. HipChat is actually good. I know that's, you're taking the word of the guy that made it, right? But unlike enterprise software, small and medium businesses buy stuff that actually works, or they stop using it. And like I said, I promised I wouldn't say this, but once you group chat, you do not go back. And so, like I said, don't take my word for it. We've been around for about a year now. We have hundreds of paying companies. We're growing at over 40% a month. And these are some of our customers here. And you might think it's good to have TechCrunch as a company. Just wait till your service goes down, then it's not so good anymore. And so our team is just 3 of us currently. We started out making HipCal when we were in college. And then we got acquired by Plaxo in 2006. Then we made Plaxo Pulse while we were there, one of the reasons Comcast acquired us. And then we hung around Comcast for about a year before we started HipChat. And so what are we looking for? Always customers, always partners. We're not currently looking for investment, but we do love meeting VCs, particularly at their office at lunchtime. So we're always happy to meet. And this is our crazy billboard, in case some of you haven't seen it, going up 101.
All right, very well done. Stay right there. Now, because his name is HipChat, or his company's name is HipChat, and we have a guy from Chatter, I'm going to let the guy from Chatter ask him the first question.
All right, thanks. Well, there's definitely a lot of messaging services out there, right?
Yeah.
I'm wondering how,